Hey guys, remember this theme? We promised an episode that breaks this down to the guitar part of it, so here it is. So that's the main theme from the Masuren-krimi movie, the Masurian Thriller. And let's talk about guitar and guitar recording and ambient guitar sound. So what we have here at the moment is 2 amps running. Through this beautiful Gretsch, I'm sending the signal here where it gets splitted and runs. At the moment we have this upper guitar, upper amp, sorry, that is mainly functioning as a reverb. That's what you get from it. It's a tube amp, so it gets this really beautiful, almost crunchy reverb that gets. And the main thing there that you can separate the reverb from the signal. It has a dry-wet signal, what you don't find on most of guitar amps, so that's the use of it. And the other interesting thing for this lushy guitar sound is we have this bass amp. It's also a tube, very old Dynacord bass amp, and we reuse this together with this Marshall amp. We kind of bypassed all the amp section of it, using mainly the membrane, the speaker, and that's the other trick. So you still get this kind of crunchy sound because it is a tube amp, and I'm almost overdriving it as I go into it, but it goes into this guitar cabinet, and together it creates this very interesting sound. I can go even harder, which on most setups will be a bit too harsh, but I can, so it still kind of gives the energy, but pretty lush and pleasant in the sound. So this was one thing. One more thing, you can go back to the episode about the main theme, and it's called translating the director's vision into sounds, and listen to it and catch up if you need to. And then we're diving straight into this. If you remember, it started with those reversed guitars. So let's quickly go through them. So it was actually a few layers of it. I won't cover all, but you will get the main idea how simple it is to get those things running. So I will start with this. Simply run it backwards. Okay, we have a little, but that's the idea behind. This was one. One more was kind of a also running backwards. This layer helped kind of bring this, I don't know, I see this rewind the tape that kind of brings you back into memories, back into analyzing the past, and gives this, together with the scene that starts with this train that is going into the horizon. Let's try to loop them all. That's getting closer to what is going on there. Of course, I can send all this. One more thing is just this amp gets this delay. So I can pretty much run this feedback just into the reverb amp and still have a very dry guitar signal. So it gets very washy and ambienty, but still very defined. Too much. And let's one more. And on top of them we have I will stop those so you can hear how rich is this tremolo. It sounds like just one simple note, but it plays quite a part there in the background, filling all this space. Because to be honest, there's not much going on there, but every element like this doubled with those two amps, and each amp captured in a different way. One is with a dynamic mic, one with a ribbon mic. At that session I had another mic kind of capturing the room as well. So that's pretty much all about the guitars. Let's take a look at the drum streak over there. So if you will recall, we have this very simple kick, snare, and kind of tom fills. So to be honest, I started those, of course, with a sampled kick and sampled snare. And then after I layered everything around it, it sounded a bit too clean to me. And then I did that. Let's go to the drums 1 second. Follow me here. So I love dirt on drums, mainly because what I figured out, samples are amazing and samples give you very hard transient and very hard hits. What they lack, and where actually you have character, and the difference between your kick and your neighbor's kick, is the decay in a way, how long it lasts, how it ends, what's happening to it in this period of time between you get the transient, the hit, and the moment that it disappears. So I put all these chains all over and kind of triggered it. And if you notice, without all this, I nailed this into the kick so you can't even move it. So let's say that's an empty usual kick with all those things around, and mainly this. So pretty much what's going on there is very simple on top of the samples, and that's kind of what gives the character and the dirt to it. So it's not so clean and perfect, and more fits to the story, fits to the character. So that's all for the drums. Let's go quickly to the piano room and finish this theme with the final element in it. So the movie starts like this. And the main driving force behind the whole theme is this. So this is the last element in the main theme that we would like to cover. That's the piano. The recording process is very simple. 2 mics, 2 little friendly mics on it. That's it for the main theme. Thank you very much for being with us, and see you next time.